Built to last. Good companies come and go. Great companies get remembered. But the rare few, they endure for generations. Jim Collins and Jerry Porras asked, what separates these companies from the rest? Built to last is the answer. It's not just about products or profits, it's about purpose and the internal architecture that allows a company to last for decades, even centuries. This book isn't a how-to for the next quarter. It's a blueprint for the next 100 years. Chapter 1. Visionary Companies Defined. Collins and Porras studied 18 visionary companies, those that consistently outperformed the market and reshaped their industries. These companies weren't just successful, they were transformative. Think Walt Disney, Hewlett-Packard, 3 Million, Procter & Gamble. These weren't startups with a spark. They were institutions with staying power. They didn't rely on one product, one era, or one brilliant leader. They built cultures of reinvention and a DNA of resilience. What sets them apart isn't just innovation, it's identity. A clear sense of who they are and why they exist, regardless of trends. Visionary companies don't just react to the market, they shape it, and sometimes redefine it entirely. Chapter 2. Clock Building, Not Time Telling. Most companies start with a visionary leader who tells the time, who knows what's right, and leads with brilliance. But when that leader leaves, the company often collapses. Visionary companies take a different route. They don't just build for the moment, they build for the movement. They institutionalize greatness by creating systems, values, and mechanisms that outlive any one person. They're not just dependent on genius. They create generative architecture, where anyone can step in and thrive because the principles are embedded in the structure. As the authors say, don't be the clock, build the clock. This is the secret to long-term impact, building something that functions, thrives, and evolves without needing constant heroics. Chapter 3. More than profits. Visionary companies don't chase profit as their primary goal. They anchor in a core ideology, a mission that transcends money. And paradoxically, that's what makes them more profitable in the long run. It's not just about selling a product. It's about standing for something. Whether it's Disney's mission to create happiness or HP's commitment to innovation and respect for the individual, these companies gave their people something to believe in. Purpose isn't soft, it's strategic. It fuels motivation, it guides decision-making, it builds loyalty, both inside and outside the organization. A cause ignites effort. Profit follows purpose. Chapter 4. Preserve the core, stimulate progress. Here lies the paradox of visionary companies. They are unwavering in their core values, yet ruthless in adapting everything else. They hold tight to what matters most and let go of what doesn't serve them anymore. They're willing to kill outdated products, challenge traditions, redefine their industry role. But what never changes is their why, their core ideology. This balance of consistency and evolution is rare, but it's the engine of resilience. Visionary companies don't confuse tradition with identity. They innovate boldly, but never betray their soul. Stability and change aren't opposites, they're partners. Chapter 5. BHAGs, Big, Hairy, Audacious Goals. Visionary companies don't think small. They set goals so bold, they seem almost absurd. NASA aimed to land a man on the moon. Sony wanted to shift the global perception of Japanese products. Apple envisioned a computer in every home. These aren't just goals, they're movements. BHAG's, big, hairy, audacious goals, are powerful because they stretch teams beyond comfort zones. They create urgency, alignment, and belief. They demand courage. And in striving toward them, companies discover who they really are. BHAGs aren't reckless. They're rooted in purpose and powered by possibility. If your goal doesn't scare you a little, it's probably not a BHAG. Chapter 6. Try a lot of stuff and keep what works. Despite what we think, innovation isn't always clean or strategic. It's often messy, chaotic, even accidental. Visionary companies don't wait for perfect plans. They try things. They experiment, adapt, evolve. They accept that some ideas will fail and see that as necessary fuel for what will succeed. It's not about being right from the start. It's about learning fast. Whether through skunkworks teams, pilot programs, or internal side projects, these companies value progress over perfection. Their motto? Fire bullets, then cannonballs. Small tests lead to big breakthroughs. Chapter 7. Homegrown management. One defining trait of enduring companies? They grow leaders from within. They invest in people who live the culture, not just those who bring flashy resumes. Why? Because insiders get it. They understand the values. They don't just protect the mission, they embody it. This long-term investment in internal leadership creates stability, continuity, and legacy. It also sends a clear message to employees. You matter here. You can grow here. And when people feel that, they give more. Chapter 8. Cult-like cultures. Visionary companies don't just write down values, they live them with conviction. They hire based on them, fire based on them, reward and promote based on them. These cultures are intense, sometimes even described as cult-like. But that intensity builds identity. Employees know the rules, they know the mission, they know what matters. This clarity creates unity. It repels the wrong people and deeply engages the right ones. Culture isn't decoration, it's infrastructure. Chapter 9. Alignment is everything. Vision without alignment is chaos. That's why every part of a visionary company reflects the same heartbeat. From how meetings are run, to how new hires are onboarded, to the company's branding, workspace, compensation systems, and rituals. Everything says, this is who we are. This is what we stand for. That consistency doesn't limit creativity. It fuels it. It creates trust. It scales clarity. It builds momentum. Alignment transforms a company from a group of people working in parallel into a powerful, purposeful force. Built to last isn't about chasing the next big thing. It's about building the right thing. With depth, with discipline, with vision. The best companies don't just succeed, they endure. So ask yourself, are you chasing a flash or building a foundation? Are you a clock teller or a clock builder? Do you have a mission worth living for and systems strong enough to outlive you? Preserve the core. Stimulate progress. That's how you build something that lasts. This was Built to Last by Jim Collins and Jerry I. Porras. Brought to you by Success Resources Books Insights. You don't need to become more. You need to become present. This is more than mindset. It's a mission. Keep seeking. Keep growing. Keep giving. And together, let's make the world rich again.